go of 3 coaches after yesterday's loss.
We have our sports director and reporter Kevin Bollinger joining us now on the phone. Good morning, Kevin.
Well, good morning. As I talk to you here from Cincinnati, when the Raiders left late last night, we had a feeling that there might be a little bit of a shakeup, and that's what happened after they landed back in southern Nevada. Offensive coordinator Luke Getsy was fired, along with offensive line coach James Craig and quarterback coach Rich Scangarello. The offense has underperformed this season. They are 28th in the NFL, or at least they were coming into this week's play in offense, and the rushing attack was second to last in the NFL. And a lot of fans, quite honestly, were questioning a lot of the play calling that was happening with the Raiders all year. The frustration was building not only with the fans, but also internally. And finally, it got to a point where Antonio Pierce felt that a change had to be made. So who's going to take over is the big question. A lot of people believe it will be Scott Turner. He's the passing game coordinator. He's the son of former NFL head coach Norv Turner and also a former UNLV quarterback. He was a backup at UNLV under John Robinson, where he came. He told us during training camp this year that he specifically came to UNLV to learn from John Robinson because he knew that his life was going to be as a head coach potentially, or at least as an assistant football coach, and now he's going to be, we expect, the offensive coordinator for the Raiders. Antonio Pierce is going to be doing a Zoom interview with reporters here at the bottom of the hour. So we'll have an update for you on FOX5 News later this morning, and you'll hear from Antonio Pierce as well on his reaction to everything that's transpired here in the last 12 hours or so.
Yeah, Kevin, and I know, like we were saying, that statistically they're the worst team because they're 2-7. There's 7 other teams, maybe 8, that are 2-7, but the point differential, I think, is what makes them statistically that in that category.
Yeah, and, and a lot of the Raiders' points, think of it this way. 4 of the last 5 games, the Raiders have scored a touchdown on their first possession, and then they've done pretty much nothing after that. A lot of the points that they've scored in those last 5 games, which they've all lost, have come late in games when they've already been down, and they're getting blown out, so teams are playing maybe a little bit softer or playing some second-string guys. So they were not able to duplicate what they did in those first drives throughout the rest of the game, and that led to the firings last night.
Okay, Kevin, I know you have a long day ahead of you, and we'll be keeping a close eye on what Antonio Pierce has to say. Thank you for joining us.
All right. Well, the